Hey traders, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are talking about double tops and bottoms that form on the RSI. So if you don't like indicators, you might not like this video. I do cover a lot of indicators on my channel because I use indicators as confirmation. I am a price action based trader. I don't ever enter a trade blindly based on indicators, but I do use them to confirm entry or reversal areas, et cetera, et cetera. So just keep that in mind. So this is going to be a pretty quick video. I'm actually going to take you through like actually plotting the RSI. So if you're a beginner, you'll like that. We're going to look at where the patterns form, what I look for when they do form, et cetera, but it should not be too long. Should be a pretty short video. So we go to indicators. I am on TradingView. I'm sure you guys already know that. And I'm going to plot the RSI. I always put RSI instead of relative strength. So I just plotted that in. Guys, if you favorite your indicators, that's the best thing to do. Like go in once you type it in and actually put like a little star next to it. It's just always going to pop up for you. It's much better that way. I don't touch the RSI settings. So sometimes actually I'll change the color just to make it look like blue and match with everything, but that's about it. So the reason I'm looking at UJ is this is actually the pair I've been following lately. And so to keep things like cohesive on my channel, I'm just going to use this pair. I haven't actually looked at anything else but this though. So I'm just going to go ahead and find them with you guys. So that being said, let's actually look for a pattern. So you guys know what a double bottom and a double top are, I'm sure. It's essentially when we have, two peaks that occur at the top of an uptrend or two what we call troughs, or you can call them lows, wick lows that form at the end of a downtrend, like we can kind of see happening right there. This isn't a great example, but I'll show you guys a better example shortly. In terms of time frame, I do actually like to use the daily time frame when looking for patterns. You'll hear me say that a lot, and it's just because I find the daily patterns more highly respected. And when you're looking at pairs like UJ, especially, you can have a lot of what's called slippage, and we want to avoid that. So I do like to use the higher time frames. However, technically you can use any time frame when looking at patterns. It just depends on your risk tolerance and what you like doing. This is just how I do it, okay? So when we look for a double top or double bottom, what we're looking to see are two kind of little tops like this, okay? And I'm going to actually zoom us in because we can obviously see a bunch of these occurring on our chart here. And this, guys, we're in an area of consolidation here. So this is actually good for me to take you guys through. When we're in an area of consolidation, we are not going to pay attention to these double bottoms and double tops, right? Another way to tell that these, and let me actually point out what I'm talking about. Sometimes I get really excited and I don't actually tell you the exact area. Look at this area here. You see how we have a little double top there? Technically, yes. You could say this is lining up. So it's occurring, right here. You could say this is lining up with a peak that ends up going downward, but we're just kind of trapped between these two areas. You're not going to get a good risk reward using levels like that. So I would avoid using these in the middle of a range. Another tip is if it's occurring in the middle of your RSI, so in the middle of this purple area, probably not a good idea to use. You want it to happen near or at the top, okay? That's where we're looking for it to occur. So those are just some tips for you. That's why I'm going to bypass all of these ones. Let's actually go through again. The great thing about finding a double top on the RSI as well, guys, is it's a line graph, so it's a lot easier to see patterns. And you've probably heard me say before, I do like looking for patterns on a line graph initially and then zooming in to look at price action. So here we do have a decent look at, or a decent double top that's formed. It did form above the purple line, which is great. And we can see two peaks here, okay? And then if we look at this area, we are at a reversal area and we do get a push down. Now, here's why I wouldn't enter this, and you guys probably already know. We're just too bullish, okay? So we're too bullish. What I would be looking for is a major reversal area, which I know this is not at, but we can confirm that shortly. Let's just like look back and I'll show you what I mean by that. If this were like a major reversal area, I would say, okay, we might have a good short here, right? But look what happens when we plot this in. Not being respected, right? Not being respected, not being respected. It was respected here, but just barely. Price kind of came down and then flew up above. Not being respected, not being respected, not being respected. What do I mean by that? I mean that when price hits this area here, is it rejecting and pushing down through? No, it's not. It's going right above it. It's not respecting it. Same thing here. Let's look at this area. Did price respect this? No, it came right above it, pushed on through, and then came back down. So that's not an area that I would take a trade at. So even though we did have a double top, it didn't occur at a major reversal area, so we're not going to use it. Okay, hopefully we will find an example shortly where we can actually use it, but I'm doing all this live, so of course we're not going. And remember, I'm not looking to use these. They're occurring in the middle of our RSI. So you're not going to get a ton of opportunity with this, right? This isn't something that's going to give you everyday entries. Definitely not. Okay. Here we go. So this is kind of more in the middle than I would like, but this obviously is occurring at a major reversal area. I could see, even here, it's been respected. Let me just highlight what I mean by that. So this is something you could use, but I'd like to find something a little bit more that follows the guidelines I look at. Here we go. Finally. And I can't make this stuff happen, guys. Like when I'm doing this, it's very raw. I don't edit my videos. I don't, I just take you guys through what I'm looking at and how I use things. This is not going to give you an entry every day. It's just something that you can keep an eye on. It definitely will give you great entry points because it's just a really great confirmation. So look what happens here, right? We're coming up. We can see we're at an oversold area on the RSI, meaning we've come a little bit outside of it. We've got this double top, and I'm going to just circle the two peaks that I'm looking at, right? So we've got this double top, and now let's check and see, are we at a reversal area? Okay. And I don't actually know if we are because I just know it's a good area on the RSI. Again, I haven't looked at any of this, so we're going to find out together. So we want to go back through our chart and see if price has respected it, right? Just like we normally would with any entry. That's something you should be doing anyway. So we can see here a little bit, but not like I would like it to be, but that's okay. I do want to see, we're going to go back and see if we can find some more. What we want to see is a really strong rejection of this area. So there we go. So we can see now I don't have the zone drawn perfectly in. So there's a little bit of slippage, but nothing like we saw before. Remember when we saw it before, the zone was like down here, right? It was nowhere near where price rejected. Here we can see it was beautifully, right? See if we can find more. So usually what I'll do is go through and I like to see at least 3 touches. So we had 2 there. And then it was respected really nicely here as well. Okay. Not so much here, but it was respected here again. So here's the thing. I'm not going to lie to you and say this is a great level. It's not, right? We know it's not. You guys know it's not. We can look at this and say, okay, it respected here, but nothing here, right? Is this a super strong level? No. However, because it was respected and we have our 3 touches, I know it's got some significance. So I would just wait for extra confirmation, but that is a way we definitely could enter there, okay? I'm going to see if we can find one more. I'm not promising that we will. but we'll see. Okay, so here's a double bottom here. Now it's a little bit slanted. That can actually be a good thing sometimes. And this as well. So it's occurring after our uptrend has happened. I like that. So I like that this is a continuation. That's nice. So really what we're seeing happening is this double bottom here that I'm circling is occurring because of this pullback. That's really nice. Okay, that I really like. Now on UJ, I don't normally enter on the pullback, but with any pair, if I can note that it's a pullback happening in a strong trend, it's just added confirmation. I'm sure you guys can relate to that as well. I'm going to extend this. So we know that. And I guess I probably should have mentioned somewhere that pullback, or sorry, double bottoms, double tops are reversal patterns, but I'm assuming you already know. So I can see right away, okay, this level's been respected very recently. Of course, we have, it did move outside of it there, but again, let's go back, beautifully respected here. So right away, I can tell this is a more significant level than the last one we looked at. Almost here, could be because I drew the zone a little quickly there. Here as well, here as well. A little bit of slippage, that's normal on UJ, here as well, here as well. So it's been respected a ton. This is a nice level. This is a great trade because we have that pullback and we have, you know, our RSI here is acting as confirmation. Here we go. With that double bottom, it's a great entry. So that's the gist of it. I'm not going to show you 10 million examples. I think this is quite simple, but I just wanted to kind of explain a little bit more in depth. You can use this on any pair, you guys. What it's telling you essentially is that you have a rejection, a reversal pattern, and it's just added confirmation that you can take a buy or sell depending on what you see happen. So hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully it was a good quick tip for you. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video.